Hey everybody, this is GGB, Colors Peppers, and as you can tell by the shirt, it's time for, and probably the video, college basketball upset of the day. Let's do Monday's review. So, we had 5 ranked teams playing on Monday. So we had St. Joseph's taking on Tennessee. This is it turned out how you expected. Tennessee crushed St. Joseph's. Really no need to go into that in full detail. But there's a reason why I think Tennessee is legitimately the best team in the SEC, and there's really only 2 teams that are, in my eyes, good SEC teams in Missouri and Tennessee. Which Missouri is one of the biggest surprises of the year, in my opinion. A good team that really came out of nowhere. But Florida has a chance if they can get their stuff together. I believe absolutely 0% in Kentucky at this point, dropping, 1-5 on the year now? They need to get their stuff together quickly, and I just don't know when that's going to happen. They're bad. But let's move on. Gardner-Webb actually kept this Florida State game close, and I was like, dang, I might get this upset. I did not end up getting this upset, but I did get a half a point because, as you would have guessed, no other upsets happened today. We had University of Arkansas Pine Bluff taking on Baylor, as you expected. They didn't win. Longwood took on number 24 Virginia Tech, as you could expect. They didn't win. Northwestern State took on number 1 Gonzaga, as you could expect. They didn't win. Whoa. So at 1 o'clock today, let's go over all the games first, and then we'll decide which game I'm going to pick. So, 1 o'clock, we have William and Mary sitting at 2-2, taking on number 16 Virginia. And while I don't think Virginia is a very good team this year, and I think they're very overrated just because their name is Virginia and it's basketball, right? I don't think they're a very good basketball team this year. They're 3-1 just by pure luck. They could have easily be 2-2 with a loss to Kent State. But I am not impressed with what I've seen from Virginia this year. I was ready to see them absolutely get clobbered by Michigan State, but they canceled the game, so that was disappointing. That's why Virginia is 3-1. They could easily be 3-2, 3-3 if Kent State game had gone Kent State's way, or if the game against Michigan State wasn't canceled. William and Mary, on the other hand, looks like a decent basketball team, but again, not to the competition of Georgia. By the way, Virginia's here with 22.5 points. Obviously, I'm not going to pick this game. Nebraska actually has a not horrible record at 4-3. Not a bad record by Nebraska standards. They're taking on number 9, Wisconsin. Wisconsin's top 10 again, mainly because they absolutely clobbered a really good team this weekend. Wisconsin's a very good team. The Badgers are good at basketball this year. And they're favored by 17. And there's a reason why. Nebraska is normally the worst in the Big Ten, although with Northwestern being good, I don't know what to think anymore. Nebraska is normally not a good team, but, any given Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But Wisconsin has beaten Nebraska the last 3 times they have met. It makes me uncomfortable with picking this game. Number 17, UNC at NC State. Now, NC State's looked really good this year, 4-1, right? UNC's sitting at 5-2 with no really impressive wins on their resume. NC State, on the other hand, was very good last year. Very, very good basketball team. I was on the fringe of the March Madness tournament, depending on how they did in the ACC tournament, right? Fortunately, those tournaments was canceled last year, and that was very disappointing because I was looking forward to seeing NC State, Texas, and Penn State make the playoffs for the first time. And Florida would have made it. It was a very good playoff scenario for me. I was excited, because those are my teams right there. Fortunately, Virginia Tech, we're not going to make it, but Virginia Tech's good this year. I think the ACC and the Big Ten are easily the best. I don't know. Big 12 normally is really good this year too, but we should just give the SEC and Pac-12 spots to them. Actually, never mind. Tennessee and Missouri deserve to make it, but God. And the Pac-12 is just the reason why I don't think any other in the top 25 this week. It's hard to watch. Pac-12 basketball's bad this year. UNC's pretty good. I'm not hugely. They have some good losses. Texas is a good basketball team this year, and they played a good game against them. But Texas plays good games against everyone, really. They just aren't able to pull it out most of the time. NC State, I really like this year. They're favored by 1.5 in this game. There's a reason why NC State's a really good basketball team this year. Number 15, Texas Tech is taking on Oklahoma. Now, this is another game that I am seriously considering picking. Oklahoma's very good this year. They've won 5 out of 6. Texas Tech also is like Virginia to me. They're overrated, in my opinion, because of their name in basketball, right? Virginia, Texas Tech draw a lot of attention when it comes to basketball. I haven't seen a lot of Texas Tech this year. Texas Tech has lost to only 2 games, you're right. Only 2 games, and they're good teams in Houston and Kansas. They put a close game against Kansas. But, again, they don't have a signature win on their resume yet, and I think Oklahoma has a serious chance at beating them here. Bradley is sitting at 6-2 and is going to take on number 14 Missouri at 5-0. The spread's only 11 points, mainly because Bradley, although it's a small-name college, is actually pretty good at basketball this year. Missouri beat Bradley 76-60 the last time they met in 1990. This might go a different way, though, because Bradley looks like a very good basketball team this year, although Missouri does as well. So also a very interesting matchup on SEC Network Plus. 7 o'clock, we have Temple, which is 1-0, taking on number 6 Houston, right? Houston's favored by 16.5. There's a reason why Houston looks like a very, very good basketball team this year. The Cougs are very, very good. Oh, look at Papa. She's coming over to sleep on my lap. The Cougs are a very good basketball team this year. I'm really excited to watch them play some more. I'm excited to see them in the tournament too, just like they are every year. I'm excited to see what seed they get to. The American might actually be a tougher conference to win this year because UCF looks like a really good basketball team. Memphis is normally really good, and then you have teams like South Florida, who seems to be getting better. And I'm forgetting a good team too. SMU is a team that is close to being in the top 25. They're a very good basketball team this year, and it's going to be a threat to Houston in the American. I think the biggest threat because SMU looks like they look like a March Madness team this year. Temple, on the other hand, I'm not astounded by Temple with only 1 win, and it's against a not good team. Again, they haven't played a lot of games, which means only playing 1 game and then going against Houston is not a great way to start out things. I think Houston is going to win this one. And they're searching for their 7th straight regular season victory in a row. Then we have number 7 West Virginia taking on number 3 Kansas at home. I'm not impressed by West Virginia. Now, Kansas almost lost to Texas Tech, which in my opinion is not a very good basketball team, which made me more disappointed in the Jayhawks. But they pulled it out, so I can't really be that mad at them. And they are 7-1 on the year. But so is West Virginia, which is just an absolute miracle that they are at 7-1. They don't deserve to be. They are not a good basketball team at all. I was impressed with their win at Richmond. I thought maybe they're a good basketball team. And then they almost lost to Iowa State. Okay, just to show the disparity, you have Kansas State, the team that beat Iowa State, played Baylor this weekend. Baylor crushed them. Iowa State, which is arguably the worst team in the Big 12, almost beat West Virginia yesterday, a few days ago. So I'm not impressed by West Virginia at all as a basketball program. Now, they have the talent. They can get the stuff together and play a good game. And it's possible they knock off Kansas here, but I'm not betting my money on it, mainly because I don't trust West Virginia to win any big games the way they played against Iowa State. And then we have Purdue taking on number 4 Iowa. Iowa, again, is a team that I think deserves to be top 3, even with the loss to Gonzaga, mainly because Gonzaga is still a really good team. Iowa had a bad game. By the way, did you know this? This was an interesting stat I found out recently. Luka Garza, leads the conference, leads major conference players in 30-plus games in points. And he scored 205 points in 7 games, which you do the math, but it's a lot of points per game. But major conference, you know how many 30-plus games he's had? 4. You know how many games he's played in? 30-plus points in a game, right? He's gotten 4 of those. He's played 7 games, which means there were 3 out of the 7, which means the majority of the time he is scoring 30-plus. Now, Purdue's looking pretty good with a 6-2 record and definitely a team to consider, but in my opinion, they're Tier 3. Tier 3 is not going to beat a Tier 1 team, right? As I said in my previous videos, Tier 1's like Iowa, Michigan State, and although there are some instances where Northwestern beat Michigan State, I think Iowa is the top of the Big Ten. Easily the best team in my eyes. I don't see a Tier 3 team unless they get really lucky beating Iowa. And the fact is Luka Garza is going to get fed and get a lot of points. Also at 8 o'clock, I don't understand if this is just a mistype by a whole bunch of people or if they are actually playing 2 days in a row, but apparently Northwestern State is in fact playing Gonzaga again tonight. Yeah, at 8 o'clock. As I said before, Gonzaga is going to crush them again. I don't quite understand why they're playing 2 days in a row. Mainly to make up some games for Gonzaga, but dang, that's weird. I don't quite understand it. But drumroll, please. Which game will GGB pick with Puppers? I think my drumroll upset her. I'm going to pick NC State over UNC. I really like NC State, what the Wolfpack's been doing this year. I think they're a very, very good basketball program. Very good team this year. I believe in the Wolfpack. So give me the Wolfpack to win over the Tar Heels. I also don't believe in the Tar Heels that much. Anyways, this is GGB Coles Pepper saying adios amigos and go Wolfpack.